ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another Hot Toys figure review. Now today we're taking a look at none other than Winnie the Pooh and Piglet themselves from the film Christopher Robin. Now if you do like seeing these really early Hot Toys videos, unboxings and third-party videos, why not hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you're notified as soon as brand new content goes live on the channel. Now if you did catch the unboxing for this figure set, you did hear me say that I was very excited and looking forward to getting these too, and that's for good reason. I grew up watching Winnie the Pooh. I had the entire set of plushies, as I'm sure every kid did back in the day, and then going ahead and seeing Christopher Robin, this new movie, or newish at the time, I was very impressed with the reimagining of Pooh and his friends from the 100 Acre Wood in live action. I absolutely adored the movie, and I couldn't wait to get this collectible set. Now this set is a Hong Kong exclusive, so that means you're going to have to go through either eBay or resellers, and the best reseller there is toyswonderland.com. The link for that is down in the description below. Winnie the Pooh and Piglet are currently in stock right now. You can pick up the set or Winnie the Pooh himself. As I said, links are down there below, and their Christmas sale 5% off store-wide is still ongoing. No coupon codes, discounts, or anything like that required. It's automatically applied at checkout. Either way, what we're going to do now is get all of Pooh and Piglet's accessories out here and take a look at everything they come with. Now, as you can see, Pooh and Piglet don't come with a hell of a lot of accessories, but there is one key accessory in particular that I think really should have included. We'll touch on that in just a second. Let's take a look at the display base first. As you can see, it's a very sort of cartoonified version of a tree stump, very on theme for Winnie the Pooh. I like the way this looks. It's really sort of classic Pooh. As you can see, Christopher Robin printed on the front. Now, this is one of those sort of metal rod style display bases, which means Pooh will be set further back on the display base, but that's fine because that means you're going to have room for Piglet to either sit or stand right at the front here. Now, it is a bigger style display base, but I'm totally fine with that because a lot of people, I'm sure, were picking this up who are just Disney fans and want a really high quality version of Pooh. They won't have a whole bunch of Hot Toys figures, so this will work perfectly fine. Now, let's take a look at the sunglasses. As you can see, there are two pairs included. This one is, of course, for Pooh. Really nicely done, very nicely painted. They are round style sunglasses and they do fit on there quite nicely. You'll see that towards the end of the video. And here are, of course, Piglet's being this sort of red color. I like the way these look as well. Now, he also does come with, of course, you have to include this with Pooh, his pot of honey. As you can see, misspelt honey. The label has sort of been rubbed off to show that this is an older pot, but the honey is just pouring out of the top. It looks fantastic. It looks like a liquid type of honey pouring out the top of there. They have absolutely killed it with that. Now, the other two pieces he does come with is this sort of little crotch grabber piece that he can sit on, and then a comb to stylize his hair. There is one piece missing, however, and that's the red balloon. He was pictured with it on the front of the box. I do think he should have come with the red balloon. It should have sort of found a way to attach itself to this metal pole in the back of the display base. That would have been awesome. However, I'm not losing any sleep that they didn't come with it. This is perfectly fine for a really nice high quality representation of Winnie the Pooh. The red balloon would have been a really nice add-in accessory, yes, but as I said, I'm really not losing any sleep. I'm still very happy with what they come with. And here we have Winnie the Pooh himself looking absolutely fantastic. There are a lot of questions surrounding this figure, and hopefully I'll be able to answer pretty much all of them in this review, but just standing there, he looks fantastic, and just the ability that he can stand there is insane. I didn't even think this was going to be a proper skeleton underneath. I didn't think he was going to be all that posable, but no, Hot Toys have gone all out in typical Hot Toys fashion on this piece right here. He looks absolutely fantastic. Now, I do apologize about the top of his head being really overexposed, but he's a very shiny bear, so he reflects the light, and that's why the top of his head looks a little bit shiny. Either way, what we're going to do is take Pooh off the rotating turntable, take a closer look at him, then get Piglet out here and do the exact same thing. Here we have Winnie the Pooh himself, so what we're going to do is first take a look at Pooh and then move on to Piglet and take a look at him as well. Again, I apologize for the lighting. He is a little bit overexposed on the top of his head, but there you can see it. It is definitely there. It's just the lights that are blowing him out because he is so incredibly shiny up the top there. But as you can see, the fur carries on throughout, as you would expect. The head is entirely made of solid plastic. I can't even imagine what the skeleton looks like underneath this Pooh suit, but luckily we'll never have to find out. As you can see, his snout is very nicely recreated, and this nice little glossy eyes, and his mouth is down there as well. His head actually does have a really decent range of motion, being a solid sort of plastic and an armature underneath. I'm really impressed with the amount of motion that you can get get out of Pooh right here. Same thing goes for the arms. They are on wires, so not only can you manipulate them around and move them around, but you can also bend them. They are very stiff, so do take caution when you are bending them, but as you can see, they definitely can bend. And then his little mitten hands at the end there look rather fantastic. So too does his sweater. It's a proper knitted feeling sweater, which is really interesting. I've never seen Hot Toys tackle a knitted sweater before, but they have definitely nailed it with this version of Winnie the Pooh. So far, I am very impressed with what Hot Toys have done here. Panning the camera down to give you a closer look at the rest of Pooh. As you can see, he's a pretty rotund bear, which I think is accurate to the show. As you can see though, he is a solid plastic mass with a fursuit over the top. I really do like the way they've done this. It gives it a very nice high quality feel. It doesn't feel like a plushie. It feels like a figure of Winnie the Pooh, which is exactly what it's supposed to be. He also does have quite a significant amount of weight to him. I don't know what's inside this, whether or not it's completely solid or not, but they have definitely done a really good job. Now, in terms of the articulation on the feet, they are on these sort of wires, so they can not only swivel forward, but they can also swivel in. So that means you can get him sitting down quite nicely without having them splaying too far out to the sides. In terms of the toes, there's no real articulation there. It's just the legs which have the little swivel points and the wires on the inside, but in my opinion, that's perfectly serviceable for this version of Pooh. And as you can see, the fur does continue throughout. It's a very nice feeling fur, and let's be honest, in the movie he looked pretty disheveled, so this looks perfectly fine in terms of a figure format of Winnie the Pooh. And here we have Piglet. He also looks pretty darn decent, very faithful to what we saw in the movie. Now, he does have a few little interesting bits and pieces in terms of articulation. In fact, I don't even know if you can call this articulation, but his ears are on wires, so that means you can manipulate them around, have them all sort of disheveled, or have them both down or both up. It's fantastic, the fact that they actually thought to put wires in the ears. That is absolutely awesome. I commend Hot Toys for doing stuff like that. But as you can see, the likeness, if that's what you can call it, to Piglet looks pretty darn accurate. He also does have his scarf. There is a tag on the back. I'm not sure if I really like that, but of course that can be snipped off. Now, in terms of his articulation, his armature is pretty much similar to what we saw with Pooh. His arms can move around, but they are also bendy wires, so that means you can bend them as well and manipulate them to however you decide to have him displayed. Same thing goes for the legs. They can be moved around because they are wires as well. Now, in terms of getting him to stand, it's a little bit difficult, but it can be done with some patience and some time. He can definitely stand there. As you can see, his weight is pretty decent as well. So he does have a nice center of gravity in terms of his little belly here, because it is also solid plastic, just like Pooh. The outfit is also really nicely done with all these different buttons down the front there. This is a fantastic version of Piglet. While he's not my favorite character from Winnie the Pooh, he is still, I know, a lot of people's favorite, so they're really going to appreciate getting this high quality version of Piglet. Just wrapping up on the Winnie the Pooh and Piglet 2-pack by Hot Toys from the film Christopher Robin. They've killed it with this 2-pack, and I don't mean that in a, oh, Hot Toys just kills everything they do. No, they have seriously done a really, really good job. They have paid so much love and attention to this set that it really does show. One of the most expensive things about making figures is engineering new bodies, and that's exactly what they've done here. They've engineered 2 brand new wireframe bodies for this 2-pack, and it really does show. You've got the articulation that you need. They aren't just sort of plushies that's been thrown in a box, branded Hot Toys, and been released. This is a proper high-end collectible representation of Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, and yes, those are lines that I never thought I'd say in my entire toy reviewing career, but here we are, and here they are, and they are absolutely fantastic. Now, they are Hong Kong exclusives, which mean you will have to go through a Hong Kong seller, and the best of the bunch currently is toyswonderland.com. The link for that is down in the description below if you'd like to pick up your very own Winnie the Pooh and Piglet 2-pack. There is currently a 5% off store-wide Christmas sale ongoing. No coupons, discount codes, or anything like that's required. It's automatically applied at checkout. As I said, link is down there. Also check out the link to 6 Scale Network, the brand new awesome Facebook group. Come along, chat figures, share photos of your collection, and chat to me outside of the videos. I also do publish what's coming up next on the channel. Link for that is down there. Also check out the link to Justin and Steph, our brand new second channel for behind the scenes videos and Collection Room 3.0 renovation updates. Link is down there as well. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.